Hi everybody! So we're going to answer another question here, and it's from S-Bill. So hi S-Bill if you're watching. She goes by S-Bill on the YouTube and the Instagram here. So S-Bill asked, she wanted to know my thoughts on buckwheat. And that is a very good question because I see a lot of raw foodies out there with their smoothie bowls and even their smoothies, fancy schmancy pantsy smoothie bowls and smoothies and stuff that they're doing, and banana and ice cream and all that. They always add these little speckled tannish brown things on there, and when they eat it, it sounds really crunchy, and they say that it's buckwheat, and I've always wondered what buckwheat was. And I see it at my co-op market, in the grocery store and everything, and I always thought it was always in the grain section, so I always dismissed buckwheat as a grain, like it's some sort of wheat or grain, and I try to stay away from grains and everything, because I know for me personally, when I've eliminated grains from my diet, any wheat and grains from my diet, I have felt tremendously better, and that's why I certainly vouch for a raw vegan diet and everything. But that's just me. That's just Miss Staci here, guys. Just my opinion. And but I always dismissed buckwheat as to be a grain. But when I looked it up to do this video and everything, come to find out that buckwheat is not wheat like the name kind of says it is. Like, it's buckwheat, you'd assume it's wheat, but just the fact that it's in the grain section with all the other wheats and everything, grains and stuff, you'd think it looks like a grain too, but it's not. So this was just from the general searching that I did on the internet there, guys. So it's the website I was looking at, it said buckwheat is not wheat, and it's not related to wheat at all, and it's not a grain. So I'm like, holy mackerel, you learn something new every day, right? So the buckwheat actually comes from the seeds of a flowering plant. And other foods that are thought to be grains also is like quinoa. I thought quinoa was a grain or a type of wheat and everything too, but apparently quinoa is also a type of seed from a flowering plant also. So that's cool. So I think the website kind of went on to talk about how buckwheat can be cooked, soaked, and then it can be added on top of smoothies and stuff like that, which I've seen all the other raw foodies do and everything. And apparently buckwheat is really nutritious too also. It's it's low fat, but it got some fats in there, but it's very nutritious too. And that makes sense too. And I think, in my opinion, was it something healthy to, if you want to include it in your raw foods diet? I think most definitely yes, because when I think about this, when it's a seed, it's a seed. It's not a grain. So it's not wheat. It's a seed from a flowering plant. And so when I think about it, I think about like apples and all the other fruits that we eat, you know. Sometimes you'll eat the seeds, like the apple seeds. Side note is, I don't know if this is how it is for you guys, but I know apples, sometimes when I eat the seeds from the apples, it kind of reminds me of an almond cookie flavor almost. Just thought I'd mention that. But like when we eat other fruits and eat the seeds in the fruits, it's kind of the same thing, if you think about it too, and it's a seed. So I think buckwheat is most definitely okay to eat on a raw foods diet, and I don't think there's no strict guidelines or strict regulations or laws on a raw foods diet, you guys. There's general guidelines that help navigate you to stay on a good course for healthy habits and everything, but there is no raw police out there or anything. That's one thing I really like to keep in mind all the time too. And so I think buckwheat, I think that's okay to eat and everything. And would I eat it? Well, now that I know this, I just might try it. just to try it, you know. So you never know until you try it too, you know. So you guys, that's my thoughts and opinions about buckwheat. That's kind of generally all I know. It was a quick general search that I looked at, and everywhere I was looking it kind of had the same things, and then it kind of just went into recipes and everything like that. So you guys can do your own research on buckwheat also too, but those are my thoughts and opinions on that. And I think I just might try it now that I know. So every time I go buy it in the store, I'll think, hey, it's not a wheat, it's not a grain, maybe we should try it, you know. Okay, you guys, so remember to love being raw. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you, and I'll see you guys next video, okay? Bye, guys.